On and with purpose. That is the reading for today. For the moment, anyway. I feel a little nauseous today. A little nauseous this morning. Is there anything more inside this? Hold on, give me a second. Nothing in there. What about in this one? Give me a second. Good morning. Yep. Tapped out on my pens. It's okay. Okay. August. Almost there. See, the fan does have purpose. Alright. And expanded divine panel of the infinite eight, I welcome you in to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. Do you hear any voice fluctuations? My my manual auto tune. Ah. Ah. We need a breathy ah. Okay. Anyway, Queen of Cups in reversal on the recipient side. Ooh, it fell upright in my lap on deck. But anyway, a little bird told me, a little fishy. Okay. Except it's a big fishy. Interesting. It's kind of like drawing in, like calling in energy. You know when you're telepathic, you can kind of simply think of a person, or think think like you're dialoguing with a person, and then they receive the messages. Anyway, this is like an undercover dial-up, it feels like. Let me see. It's also the reason why I started this is because there's a lot of like duplicate energy that I care not to be irritated by, so I'm just gonna nip it in the bud. I know that, again, people are disseminating the information, great, but like there's a lot of plagiarism out there, and it's just like instantaneous right after, like it's straight up plagiarism. And so and they're making basically they're exploiting me for like, oh, the exchange of having their presence, and it's like, I'm not that needy, and I'm not gonna like let this one go. As you build an empire, you're gonna protect it as well. So therefore, on delay, on and with purpose, primarily is to make sure that these messages are preserved. If anyone dares to tap into outside, they're in for some heavy harm. Like I have to keep these standards in place. Like, I don't want no like raggedy ass like psychics or card readers, whatever, on my trail, or even my collectives. Like, fuck that. No. It's like, like these are the same kind of people. They're like, I don't want no scrubs, but then like they're scrubbing, and then it's just yuck. So anyway, there's a bit of insecurity behind that. Maybe insecurity is probably not the best word behind it, but it's like I'm starting to lose trust in the messaging system, and because people are starting to really abuse it. And I know times are tough, but like, it doesn't mean that you go fucking around with other people's energy just because like life is fucking you over. So anyway, I just gotta say that, if anybody thinks like I'm naive or whatever, I notice these things, and I notice that you are gonna get what you're supposed to get out of that, which is, if you're vibing on the on your head count or whatever possible like business mechanisms you have, it's like whatever devices you're up to, all you're attracting is more bullshit energy. So you're gonna have your fake followers who don't know the difference of whether or not you're being authentic. And or in your personal relationships, you're gonna have like whatever your love interest in is fucking you over in the same kind of like with the same kind of methods. Like energy does not lie, so you attract accordingly. But you know, everybody has their lessons. I'm just being like forward, not fronting. So anyway, right side, 3 of wands, 3 of wands. So it's kind of like the reverse vulture effect here. You know, it's like there's like foxes here trying to like steal shit, you know? And it's like keep away with the flag. And people are like following the scent, trying to follow the scent. And like I know this, so it's like, okay, got you where I want you. Now that you're like following that trail, like I can see what crumbs you're taking. Bullshit. Okay, so there are other things relative to that, like on delay, on and with purpose. So what does that cover here for me today? All right, clarify. Oh, there it goes. Okay, first off, on the driver's floor, what are we gonna get? Knight of Pentacles. Look, I delivered it. It's here. Done, diddly done. Yeah. And then on the driver's seat, I'll get that in a sec because you're face down. But yeah, I brought in it. Here, okay, on the driver's seat, is this Queen or I think it's Queen. And then I think it's Queen. Queen of Swords, extrovert. Oh my gosh, even more so. Slice with the truth. Yeah, most emphatically. This is Knight of Swords right behind it. Like, I'm quick to detect these things, and I'm quick to, like, cut off the head as needed. And then Queen of Pentacles in reverse, cutting off that straight up bullshit. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm like, you know, businesswoman. I can monopolize. I can commercialize off of her, you know, stuff. And you know, my true divine collective will understand this energy because they are on the same, they know. So these are like also like musicians, shit, magicians, musicians, artists of all sorts. Like, they know this energy. And then I always watch, you know, catch myself when I'm like seeing stuff on my media, like, oh my god, this is so cool, whatever people like make out of their stuff. And then I bookmark it. I'm like, I would like to make it, you know, for my, you know, like for my own like thing. But like to commercialize off of it, like I check myself, like, no, that's not right. Even if I like tweak it a little or whatever, like I can use certain methods, but to duplicate automatically that energy, that's fuckery by the divine. So anyway, getting rid of that energy fast. And then 12, okay, muted or inverted. This is like they show themselves, like they show themselves through, you know, it's very visible that they're fax machine, you know, dot matrix quality. So, you know, lower hanging fruit, you get the low, it's fine. Lower hanging like grabs, go for it. Go for it. This is the mommy and me telling people, you know, like straight up, it's not just something that's not cool, but it's absolutely something not to be proud about. Like, you're the one, you know, that has to sleep with your actions. So again, same thing with intimacy. You're gonna find yourself lying in bed, empty, being fucked, you know, thinking that you're doing the fucking. No, it didn't work that way. Okay, so some things have flipped over accidentally. I need to know if these are kings or queens, because it's not quite evident. So I shall make it evident. Ever so evident. No, those are the queens. Yeah, the kings have like more like Hierophant type of crowns here. Okay. All right, what do you want to tell me? My expanded divine panel of the Infinite 8. Like, yeah, so these energies, like, they're not my divine collective. Yeah. You don't do that to friend, family, people within your coven. You don't do that. That's not what covens are made for. Like, no. So what do you want to tell me? On delay on purpose. So I think, like, when I do future readings, they're going to be offline diaries so that they are very well protected. And they're going to be probably, I'm guesstimating, a week on delay so that everyone can finally see. You know? So let me see here. Let's get a time delay. What that should be. Oh, Knight of Swords again. So this is very focused energy. Okay, so, okay. This is 6, the Lover's card. How do you, like, interpret a major arcana here? Okay, so the Lover's card, talking about self, I mean, that's a Gemini card. Gemini is air. We can go about it that way, or we can go about it like, okay, it's a Lover's card, self-actualization. This is about your temple. So let's talk about the architecture, spirit, wand, energy. So if we go by wand, it's a month, okay? If we go by air, it's a day. So I could put depending on the level of frequency and how I'm guided, as well as my divine collective of love and light, we can put our messages or our, like, product release or whatever on delay anywhere from 6 days, excuse me, because if we were looking at 6, like, swords, Gemini energy, or even 12 days because it's Gemini. Okay, let me see, 6, 12, 6 days to 1 month. Does that have it? No. So 6 days, and then wands is weeks to 6 weeks. So then that would be a month and a half, yeah. Okay. 6 days to a month and a half. Okay. Noted. Okay. And anything else I want to say? Knight of Cups in reverse and the World card. Yeah. So this is like looking like dead eye at people who do not follow through, that are like, you know, with the whole romanticizing it, like this, of like, we're gonna do this together, you know, we're family, we're, you know, this and that, or, you know, I love you. But it's funny because, like, I'm thinking about all these things, and, like, I'm thinking, like, of all the male tarot readers, all the male, like, what do you call it? Like, the dominant portion, if not in its absolute form, I don't have males doing this to me. You know, so but I cannot absolutely exclude them because I haven't looked at everything in its entirety. But the vibe is dominantly petty females. That's what they are. Truly, like, they feel like they're matured and they know more, but truly, their energetic, their core essence is petty. Like, on a daily thing where they're not doing their entrepreneurship, they're engaging in petty activities like gossip and, like, this and that, like, you know, the leverage pissing contest. But anyway, this is closed chapter, closed books on this kind of energy. So this is right. This is right. So this is kind of like Dark Night of the Soul type of, like, most practical Mary Poppins, like, energy. This is kind of like Marilyn Monroe, looking at, like, the copycats, even when they're, like, groomed by other exteriors, they're still playing along with that venue. So that's like, what's her name? How Marilyn Monroe didn't like, what's her name? Jane, is it the other blonde buxom, but, like, she was like Marilyn Monroe packaged in, like, a hustler type of vibe, like very dirty, like, I don't know. Yeah. So, letting go of that. So the bottom of the deck, it looks like it's 3 of Swords. So it's heartbreak, it's disappointment, like, why you gotta be like that? You know? But it's like, Other divine feminine. Somebody almost got hit in backing out and then coming forward. Okay. But it's like, shame on you. I'm not the only one that notices it, but like the people that are very well disciplined in practice, that maybe I have never met or have maybe possibly coincided with, they can see it too. But like some are more like reserved in their notices, like in their communications, like so they may not speak about it, but they do see it, they do comprehend it. It's just like the people that are don't have like as many experiences or years under their belt in their trials, so like they don't, it's hard for them to see. And so when I look at that, it's like, gosh, these people that are like not just only plagiarizing, but they're deliberately fooling other people, like, how do I say it? They're like, it's degrading relationships because you're treating people with disrespect. You can't even like forward face, like, be real with them. There's something about it. It's just like you're deteriorating the possibilities of actual true bonds because you're putting this front out there, and the dynamism of treating people like they're dum-dums, treating people like they're lesser than automatically, the people that you're trying to engage with. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, when you really, really think about it. So, okay, anything else that needs to be said? Yes or no? No more on that. Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. Ace of Wands. So again, in the face by the Knight of Wands. So this is drawing back to the Hayworth Tarot reading, where it's like, this was faced towards masculinized energy. And, I think these are females or non-binaries, whatever. Whoever it is has a poor understanding of how to utilize the masculine energy, even if they're males too, like, it's not limited. Okay, so this is again like, you want to be a dick? Okay, Spirit saying, let me show you a dick. Okay, and this is like a huge boost of creativity here. Yeah, you see the beep right there. And so we're like off in Candyland. Remember that board game? And it's like, when pigs fly. Oh, when pigs fly, this pig can fly, but not, this is like Dumbo energy, like with its ears. So like audibly, these are clairaudient energies, like me, who's like, oh, you think I'm a little pig? Like, it's gonna wee 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 all the way home, and like you can scare me, like that kind of energy. So it's what the Three Little Pigs, the big bad wolf, is that right? Energy. I'll huff and a puff and I'll blow your house down. So you can range from the extreme versions of bullshit to like, oh, I didn't just hear it through the grapevine. I heard it like roundabout, like I was on the corner and I heard telepathically what you try to do. Yeah, so this is like having full confidence that like I've got it, basically. There's something about moving forward with what you've got, because like I like with baseball equipment, there's different values of bats, and so this is kind of like an upgrade undertow. It's like, you Tina, you kind of, what I'm giving you. You know that at least I'm giving you this, like someone from a higher realm, spirit, let's say, or even in its like 3D form, like someone from a higher place. Like, that this is something to be respected, and whatever, I'm handing this to you, and that at least it has a greater value. But little do you know how valuable it is. You will come to find out upon use. And so there's like Two of Wands energy here. Like, you're moving in wonderful strides right here with your own wand, like the rookie level bat or whatever. And then I take spirits back too, but it's like that's 2 of wands right there, but 1 is turned down, so it's like it's to be determined. Like you're not like, you know, that's what it's saying. Ooh, look, a salamander here. So it's we're gonna bring levity in here. So a part of that is you know, bringing light humor into the situation as well. When things get tough, the tough get going, and not just going, but like with a good like playlist in the car, you know, something like that. So you just kind of hold it near and dear. That's weird. That's crazy. Okay, anything else? Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, or is it Knight of Pentacles? Okay. What else? Okay. What's the deal? My legs are getting sticky because it's getting that hot right now. Steamy. Steamy. Okay. So here, Knight of Pentacles has one button I like loosened. What's going on over here? It says hate me on the little, you know, heart stick thing. Oh my gosh, somebody is like dominatrix. This is the first time I've ever noticed this, like in this kind of a deck. Are you kidding me? Give me a second. A dom just walked in the room. I'm insulted. Am I not a dom? I'm just kidding. We're just acknowledging another dom has walked into the room, or a sub, but we got like compatible counterparts here. That's what it's saying in like a different like alternative way. But like one eye is off. It's the right eye. So I think left eye. Let's talk about TLC. She's crazy, right? So left eye in like, is it the eye of Ra? Eye of Horus. Eye of Horus. Eye of Ra, I think is left eye. And it is, yeah, I heard a little beep there. Eye of Ra is like wrath, okay? And then keeping in balance, Eye of Horus is, I think, more about like, more of like a peace, making nature, preservation, fertility. I think that's what it's more about. The like, the Eye of Ra is more like wrath and protection. So one has fallen down. Okay, so it's keeping that like monocle, like monopoly. Yeah. So the left eye is preserved. Okay. So in transit, like even if I'm going like making rotations on the same board in the same avenues, I still am secured within that level of protection. That even if I follow through, like comply with the universes being like a dom, like, you know, I got you, but I also got you. And you're like, okay, yes, ma'am. So, to sub to that, like I'm still very well protected. I still have that allowance of the immediate safe word built in from the externals. So it's like I'm also a dom, and like we're just talking about roles here, okay? So in protecting this overall like energetic here. Interesting. And so like it's very unassuming because it's coming from a sub, what like positioned as a sub. And so with the right eye removed, or it's still like threaded still there, so it's not quite 100% removed, it's just like pulled out. So it says hate me right there. So it's kind of like just reiterating this whole conversation that we've had and just nipping things in the bud. Like releasing as much hate, conjuring, and amplification as possible. Because it's like, I give you no reason for this. In fact, I'm going to modify the clauses and the processes in order to steer you away from extra fuckery. Because not only do I not want to be confronted by that energy, but I'd rather not engage in it either. I'd rather not like get upset about something like that. So I know I don't control everything, but I can motion things according to how I prefer things to run. And so that's what that is. Red and white on the board. This is good. So you drop the hate sign thing, but there's also still a connectivity to that like Eye of Horus energy. I'm just, you know, kind of keeping it a little bit more removed and more focused on the protection arena. All right, what's the name underneath that? Ace of Cups. Look at that. Talk about, I think it's Eye of Horus. Gosh, I don't remember. But that, I think that's what it represents. Holy smokes, I need to brush up. But anyway, being fertility, and in the bunny suit, like full on like Donnie Darko, Labubu style kind of energy. That's probably, I think that's probably how I'm perceived. But like talking about fertility, and then like, oh look, freaking Ace of Cups. Like all of a sudden, like boosh, I have La Bouche. What is that? Be my lover. What is that song? It's La Bouche. Yeah. Be my, oh my god, that's six babies. A whole litter. What's going on? This is weird. A lot of fertility here. Okay. I mean, these roles can be reversible, but I thought I'd just explain them in fun story time tellings. By Ace of Cups. This is like baptismal. This is like you haven't lost it. Like what is it? This is basically, in short, saying you're successful in your endeavors, and in this intent alone. You can call it an endeavor. It's a successful one at that. All right, so 6 babies. That's crazy. Again, pointing to the 6 days delay, or the 6 weeks. So interesting. Yeah, so they're saying, they're like, atta girl, pat me on the back. Behind that 7 of Swords, no bullshit. Oh my god. Yeah, Donnie Darko. I haven't seen that in a while, but I'm glad it's like coming up again, like alongside, you know, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, etc. in the costumes department. Like there was a certain time slot where it wasn't as popularized, so it's like where when you're doing like Halloween costume contests, it's like it's more of like a cult classic type of following, and so you kind of want to revive that. And like, I know I might not win with this because it's not as popular here, but I'd like to go ahead and do it. But then, you know, as soon as somebody asks about it and you're in a PC environment, you're like, oh, okay, weirdo. Bye. I'm gonna stand here. Anyway, 6 of Pentacles in reverse on the top. I think this is about birthing. Oh yeah, so manifestation and possibilities. So I kept getting this when I kept looking at that. Like, that's 7 cups right there. So there's like a whole realm of possibilities that you can like engage in. Now feeling that you have a safe environment, your collective has a safe environment outside of like these people who are trying to like thieve on you, you know? So, and your collective, like, we don't need that frustration. We need like the feels that we, and the acknowledgement, the like validation that we are in a safe place, and this like intellectual property, intellectual property are secured, you know? Yeah, like for instance, I usually don't call out names, but like there's something, and I usually don't pay attention to like news, but something came up on my feed about like Eminem and his, like, a while ago, like, you know, somebody is supposed to be trustworthy, like completely like released all his like stuff. Like, I can't imagine how that feels. Not just like the superficial portion. I don't even want to call it ultimately superficial, but like the stuff that you can't carry with you to, you know, the next life. Let's say like to heaven. Like, that's upsetting and enough on its own, like years and years of stuff. And so but then, like, you look at the betrayal, like, what the fuck? So anyway, I was looking at that. Oh, again, bunnies. Yeah, so there's a direct thing, direct association. Do you see? Do you see? So direct association to the birthing and the like it coming through. Intention. So yeah. Okay. So the top was Six of Pentacles in reverse. So, and this is a time more for like receptivity and ownership. Like, I don't need to explain myself, but like, what, there's mice here. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, so 10 mice. Mice represent what? I would say mice would represent hedonistic energy. Okay. They work based on survival. They're like scurrying nomads, okay? And some people have pet rats or pet mice or whatever, but this is like point A to point B type of energy. Very straightforward in like their survival guide. I don't know what their lifespan is, but that's kind of like a day-to-day thing. They're like, oh, you know what? I'd like to become an architect, you know? I noticed that there was some, you know, termites on this like archway here every time I pass by it, and it's like there must be some. No. For the most part, that might be an anomaly, but for the most part, it's hedonistic energy, like but maybe not in its like extreme sense, just like mundane minor arcana level, looking at the pentacle energy. So that there's actually like 10 of Pentacles right here ready and waiting, like on leash. This is kind of like connecting with your beast, your dark night of the soul, and then so that demon is now with you, one of your familiars. So that's like backtracking from like many readings ago, but this is the same kind of energy here. So there's 10 of Pentacles. It's like 99 Luftballons here in its elevation point. Like, you know, you're of worth because of how much work you've put in. Like, I have something to show for it through my connections, and these are stable connections. Like, I can just tap into line, like operator connect me to line so and so, and you're right there. And so oh, there's also a little kitty energy. You see like her little headband reminds me of this girl. Meow. I feel like that's kind of, so anyway, it's just knowing your worthiness, okay? And I am the 10 of Pentacles. I may not have like that in like its hedonistic form. Like, you don't see like rats or mice going extra from their point A to point B. Like, they just get what they need and they're going. So it's like, I know I'm the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Me and my collective, we know that we're the 10 of Pentacles through our work, etc. Like, both hands, we're like dog walking with our, you know, with our tamed demons, and possibly that of others that we've kind of like inherited. Like, we were, you know how they say with crystals, like, you're only a temporary owner. Same thing with probably like certain demons. Like, you know what, like I'll go ahead and like adopting, you know, somebody else's demon, because like it takes two to, you know, I don't need to explain myself, okay? There's a lot that I don't want to go off on that tangent, but anyway, because I don't want to, why is this open again? Why is it 7 of Pentacles? Why is it like that? What? This is weird. Why is it like that? Okay, so 7 of Pentacles, there's a tower right behind it. Okay, so patience in deciding what's here. The Magician and 4 of Cups. So yeah, okay. So when the magician, the practitioner, the alchemist, the hermeticist, the phlebotomist, no, but like, you know, this high practitioner, when making like having to self-isolate in their like little dome of, you know, a snow globe, a little escape. In order to make those decisions, you take time on it because they're big, big, big ones, okay? So it's worthy to spend time on this. It's not like, you know, when you have bullshit energy around you and what were we gonna say about that? Oh my god, what? I forgot, but it's okay. It's okay. What were you gonna say? I don't remember. I don't remember. That's okay. All right, last bit. 35:35 on the clock. Good night. Good night, India. Okay, last. Oh, 10 of Cups in reverse. So not only do you have the 10, like, you're worthy, but like you're worthy of celebrating with. Oh yeah, it's okay. So like with the knowing that wait where are you? Okay, so 6 of, so like, you know, you're worthy. Okay, I am the 10 of Pentacles. Me and my collective, or the 10 of Pentacles. So again, back to those like little, you know, tame demons. We know we put in the work. So we're not asking for like the full load when people reciprocate with us to give us like, and to rectify any deficits. Like, that's a nice to have, wonderful. But at bare minimum, you know, like common courtesy. 6 of Pentacles. I'm above average. I'm well above average in my deliveries consistently. So this is acknowledging the time for receptive, like it's receptivity. Like, it's my turn now. So so just kind of like turning the tables, kind of like a little bit of the side eye, but like with an attitude adjustment, just a little bit. Like, not, yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, so I'll get one takeaway from my Divine Collective. 10 of Wands. You are taking on a lot? I think it's caring for an empire. And like your like self-care. This is also down to one's eggplant or apple. And you know, your version of the carrot and stick. But this is an empire that's worth managing. And even though like these little tangents of reading seem like petty material, it's worth it, I'll promise you. Because, you know, you got to teach others too, not just how to treat yourself, but how to conduct themselves properly in this world. You know, maybe somebody didn't tell them, you know, that they're a lying ass motherfucker. You know, they're kind of a variation of it. You know, because I'm sure that they carry that in their lingo in their personal life. You know, I know that was a little bitchy of me, but that was true. It was kind of warranted. I mean, you know, I could be worse. I could go deeper. Anyway, first takeaway for me is a High Priestess in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. This is a player, but this is also like, you're not going to know my next move. No, I'm holding that back. I am the High Priestess, and I can do that. Not just because I say so, but I have done so. And I think I can implement that here. I think I'm supposed to. I want to know why that's in reverse 100% though. I'm just clarifying it. Death card in reverse. Yeah, transformation. Like, I can change up the rules in this, in how we operate. Okay, so do it. Second takeaway, mine is 2 of Swords in reverse. Clear path. You can do it. Clarifier for that is Destiny in reverse. So it's like bingo. You're on your way to, you know, winning it. It's like hot, cold type of energy. Warmer, warmer. Hot, hot, hot. You're getting there. You see? You're like, atta girl. You're getting there. Yeah. So third takeaway is 6 of Swords, navigation. Oh, it's like kind of like Sleeping Beauty type of energy, but also respite. Yeah, look. Again, that bunny is coming through again. So it's kind of a bow on her head too. It's like a special delivery. There's like Anubis energy here, Hecate as well. And so these deities that are assisting me are very like tear felt energy. Clarifier. Emperor. Yeah, these are deities. These are high ranking energies. As above, so below, as within, as throughout. I have that surrounding me in that avenue as the steering force. Like you see, chariot, different version of a chariot. Let's see. So, very interesting. I like it. It's so good to me. All right, thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gift, strength, passions. Did I say properties? I'll say it again. From those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting, to love and light energy, and to be fortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. It's right there. Look at me. Right there. You see it? You see it? Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay, upon closing portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to sustain well the sequence of roll out. And I love close the portals in this reading. Now.